Hello, my sexy, seductive Scorpios. Welcome, welcome. I am Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your Twin Flame Union Guided Healing Tarot for the month of January. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. So, Scorpio, let's get into it. This is what popped up in the cleansing ceremony. We had a personal issue reaches resolution. This is the full moon in Cancer. We literally just had the full moon in Cancer, right? It is Capricorn season. I'm recording this on the 2nd of January. So it looks like you have finally completed a cycle, and it has to do with Cancerian themes. So, that is emotional roots. Either the ancestral trauma of, how you were born and, emotionally programmed, so to speak, by your caregivers, or if it is, how you emotionally root into new relationships, and usually those mirror each other, right? As well as, aspects of home, aspects of family, perhaps, all those Cancerian themes. But it looks like it's reaching resolution. So good job, Scorpio. It really felt like, like a weight had been lifted. We had the Five of Wands come out in reverse. So what this is telling me is that you've really decided to step away from conflict, step away from chaos. Like, as you can see, the way that, these boys are fighting, it's like they're all going towards the center, showing that there's no real coordination, of what's really going on. Like people are going to be hitting each other and things like this. Like, it's just a chaotic environment, and the angel looks down and is like, have mercy, for they know not what they do, or something like that. But because it's coming out in reverse, it really feels like you have decided, like, you know what, I don't need to be in conflict anymore. I don't have to deal with this. So, it's not necessarily that the issue went away, right? It feels like the resolution that you have reached is just removing yourself from the situation of being like, I'm not allowing chaos in my life anymore. And we had Magikarp using Epic Splash, right? So definitely some water energy. This is more Pisces though, so it does feel like it's really coming to an end. But because it's water, it has to do with emotion. And Epic Splash, like, Splash is used as an attack, like, it doesn't do anything, right? Like, Magikarp just flops around and, oh, it's using Splash, it doesn't do anything. It evolves to one of the most powerful Pokemon ever. But it's just sort of splashing around. And Epic Splash is like, the way it's epic is because you didn't give the reaction. You just splashed. Like, you're recognizing the power in non-response, in not generating any sort of chaos, or not being involved in conflict that only brings you, this like, uncomfortability. But we had Granbull come out, behind it. This is a fairy type, so this has to do with some sort of, soul mate relationship. You do this, I do that, right? Soul contract, using Dark Clamp. So it does look like someone is still trying to hold on. There is still like this, this person's holding on and is dark, right? This is a shadow aspect of something that, I'm not sure if you can hear that. It sounds like a train just derailed. Yeah. Whoever this person is, not good. Okay, so anyway, that's what came up in the cleansing ceremony. That is what is being cleansed, what is being released. But honestly, it's feeling really good so far. But Scorpio, so this month what we are doing is we are going to see what do your angels want you to know. And then we are going to see is what is hindering your access to the angelic realms. And then in the extended, we're going to look at what you can do in order to connect with your angels. And then we will also look at some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline and some oracle cards. So I'm also offering this spread. Only 7 spots are available at $77.77 for the whole thing, what you see on YouTube and in the extended. So if you are interested, let me know, because there's only 7 spots. And Scorpio, you are number 2 this month. Thank you very much for your likes. So you are the second to know, right after Aries. I'm not posting it public until, I've gone through a couple. So Let us see. All right. What do your angels want you to know? That was fast. In reverse, the end of a tough cycle approaches, and it's in reverse. So it's full moon in Capricorn in reverse, right? And the full moon in Capricorn, like, it seems like there is the resolution, right? You have found the resolution, but it looks like the tough cycle is not over. You know, we had that Cancer moon come up, and now it's the full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn and Cancer are in the same axis. So it does look like, even though you have found the resolution to whatever the issue was, you know, with the Cancer full moon, now, like, it just can't be, it's not fully done. Okay, it's not fully done. And it feels like it could happen around the full moon in Capricorn, which is in Cancer season. Let's see more about this. Okay, that wanted to come out quick. Ooh, we have the Tower. This one wants to come out too in the Six of Cups. So this is someone who is going to be coming back around, right? Six of Cups can be someone you know from the past. For me, this is like emotional fulfillment through lineage, whether it's, again, that Cancerian stuff, healing things from your roots, healing your own inner child, or, you know, healing by meeting someone that you love and you want to have a child with. We did have the Tower come out in reverse. So what I'm hearing is, even though, you know, like, the end of a tough cycle approaches, even though it's not over, it's not going to be like a Tower moment. You know, it's not going to be that everything comes crashing down. And it feels like it's because you are holding your peace, and now you're in a peaceful vibration of just the Six of Cups, like merriment and, you know, innocence, joy, all of this really, you know, beautiful energy that is kind of like not tarnished, right? The innocence of childhood, your own inner child. That, yeah, whatever's going to be happening, yeah, ow, oof. Yeah, it really feels like, okay, so I hit my elbow. It does feel like there's going to be some bumps along the road, but it's not going to be this terrible Tower moment. What's the light energy? I'm hearing that, like, the Tower hasn't happened yet, because this person hasn't come back around. But when they do, it's not going to be, you know, of a Tower moment, okay? It's like, it will change things, but it won't cause this tumbling down. It won't cause this destruction. But it felt like there was a lot of destruction before with that Five of Wands, what you decided to leave. So anyway, we have Clefairy coming up. Clefairy, as you can see, we have the full moon. Again, that's our third full moon of this spread, so I hope you're working with the moon. Clefairy worships the moon, literally. So it looks like what your angels want you to know is that there are some very significant, you know, moons that are coming up for you, and that you should probably be paying attention to the moon cycles and what it means for you and where in your natal chart it is going to be hitting. Because moonlight for me is when, you know, it's the light in the shadow, right? It's the light that you find in the dark. So there's going to be a lot of light shed on darkness, especially when it comes to, you know, these soulmate relationships, right? These fairy types, you know, people from the past coming back. It says, it is said that happiness will come to those who see a gathering of Clefairy dancing under a full moon. So it does look like your angels are trying to tell you, like, you will have this happiness. You will have all of these really, really positive things. Like, you are going to get the light in the shadow. You're going to have these full moons of truly being able to end the cycle, right? You have the resolution, but the cycle hasn't ended yet, and it's okay, because honestly it feels more like what other people are doing necessarily, that there's, you know, some things that need to go through, but happiness is there and is obtainable, and it's going to be, you know, happening not too far from now. Could be a full moon in Capricorn, honestly, in Cancer season. Check what's happening in your chart in the Cancer Capricorn axis. Like, I mean, 2020 was full of so much crap in the Cancer Capricorn axis. I mean, really the past 2 years, but yeah, I mean, we're kind of out of the axis for the most part. We have trainer using maintenance. Yes, there's somebody who really wants to work on this. There is someone who wants to work. Trainer, you know, always indicates the other person. It's like, oh, I want to work on this. I want to make this better. That's what your angels want you to know. Whew. All right, it's getting hot in here. All right, what is hindering your access to the angelic realm? Conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. It's funny, I saw this in the cleansing ceremony when I was shuffling. But yeah, conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. So we have the eclipse, right? I was just talking about the eclipses, or well, I was just talking about Cancer, Capricorn, right? And that's where we were in for the past 2.5 years for our eclipse seasons. And now we've switched into the Gemini Sagittarius axis. And it looks like when we have the full moon eclipse is gonna be a big one, which I believe is in Gemini season, the full moon in Sagittarius, yeah, in Gemini season that's coming up. So it does look like there is going to be a conclusion reached, right? It's all about the, like, you have the resolution. It's like you have the New Year's resolution, and, you know, but the New Year's really ends, you know, in Aries season. And then we have Taurus season, then Gemini season, which, like, the conclusion is going to hit you. And then Cancer season. So it does look like a lot is really coming up pretty soon, within the next, you know, 3-4 months. But yeah, it looks like the thing that is, like, it's interesting because this is what's hindering your access to the angelic realm. So it looks like maybe the fact that you are creating conclusions to things that you don't really know anything about, perhaps. Like, eclipses are wild cards, right? So you never really know what's going to happen. Well, let's see. What is hindering this? It might have been the last full moon eclipse, which was the full moon in Gemini on November 30th. That maybe you thought, like, okay, this is the conclusion, this is the end. No, this cycle is still going. We have the sun. Okay, wow, yeah. So it's interesting that it's like the light is what's blocking you, right? So your angels want you to know there's still some light in the shadow, you know, the moonlight that needs to be focused on, whereas this is like the sun. So, So yeah, it looks like, you know, maybe focusing too much on the external world, focusing too much on, you know, the light, is really somehow hindering here. I mean, the angelic forces, they don't work in the shadow, but they are, you know, saying that some shadow work has yet to be done. And it feels like because of these angel babies that want to come through. I mean, the sun is a very fortunate card. It does look like, you know, you have all of these really positive experiences here. Honestly, it feels like nothing's really hindering you. The more that I'm feeling it, like, it looks like you're actually going to where you need to go with the sun card. It doesn't feel, I mean, yes, there is some more shadow work to do, but honestly, it feels like you're in tune with the angelic realm, that really there is nothing hindering you. Like, you have your own light and have your access to it. What's the light here? Drowsy using Psy Shot. Interesting. So, there is, this came out for Aries that I just did. So drowsy indicates some sort of like being asleep. This is the third, like a third eye Pokemon. So it has to do with your mental state, and it's Psy Shot. So it does look like the thing is there might be some false light is what I'm hearing. There might be false light, because this is a psychic type that has some sort of psychic shot. And if it's blocking your access to the angels, like, right, like the sun is always very positive, but when it's blocking access to the angelic realm, it could be that you're so blinded by something that you can't really see, you know, the other part. It says, puts enemies to sleep, then eats their dreams. Occasionally gets sick from eating only bad dreams. Yeah, oof, yeah, that wants to hide. So it looks like, you know, putting enemies to sleep, again, that is like, you know, false light, kind of hypnotism kind of energy. and then eats dreams of like, like, nope, you're not going to do that. You're going to go towards this light sort of thing. And occasionally gets sick from eating only bad dreams. So it's possible that, you know, if you're getting sick all the time, that's a sign that your manifestations, you know, probably aren't the healthiest for you. Like when your head hurts, it's not good for your third eye, right? So really interesting energy here, Scorpio. What's the shadow here? I was going to say it really feels like, because we have the sun, which I always take as, you know, angel babies that want to be incarnated when you have found love and want to, you know, bring angel babies into the world. And then we have the Six of Cups, which is again emotional fulfillment through lineage, like, and we have a baby Pokemon coming out here. So the thing is, it feels like it feels like maybe some sort of relationship, like, I'm going to ask for one more. Yeah, I knew this other person wanted to come out. Yeah, it's because there's somebody else here. So, you know, sweet kiss in reverse. It does seem like, you know, this is a relationship that maybe you haven't been able to like kiss them like in a long time, or, you know, not, it might be someone that you have wanted to create a child with, but you have decided like, okay, no. And yeah, with the trainer, it feels like, again, this other person, they're really coming in heavy here. And, you know, trainer is the other person. Red card is when you throw a red card when you're like, all right, I'm out of here, like game over for you, right? If you get red carded in a game, then you're disqualified from the game. You have to leave the stadium. You know what I mean? Like you're not allowed even in the vicinity. And this person, that's not, it's like they want to work on this. They're not gone. They're not gone. And it says, a proverb claims that happiness will come to anyone who can make a sleeping togepi stand up. Yeah, again, so there is this happiness, right? Like, you know, it says that this happiness will be imbued, like, or happiness will come to those who see a gathering of Koferi dancing under the light. You know, your angels want you to know that, like, there is some shadow work to be done. And here it's like, you know, a proverb says that happiness will come if you can wake the, you know, a sleeping togepi. Again, sleeping. It really feels like some sort of false light, some sort of like false situation here, that someone is not done with this situation yet at all. You may think that, you know, okay, things have been concluded, this is over, but no, this person is not gone. And it looks like they are trying to, you know, make you stand up in this situation, or whew, yeah, lots of baby energy here. I will say that, like spirit baby. So if you are not planning on bringing a child into the world, I would suggest to be very careful. But anyway, Scorpio, interesting spread. If you would like to follow me into the extended, we are going to check on what you can do in order to help connect with your angels rather than this false light, and also, you know, advice on how to manifest the highest vibrational timeline. If we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah!